This just in from the WHO, about 3.7 billion people worldwide are infected with the herpes virus.
Yes!
Okay, Brett giving it some applause. Approximately 2/3 of all people under age 50 across the globe are infected with herpes simplex virus type 1. So that is the one most commonly associated with cold sores, not so much the genital herpes. For genital herpes, in 2012, the WHO released a report that HSV-2 estimated that it's a global prevalence in people between the ages of 15 and 49, around 11.3%. So still a vast difference between the one virus, simplex 1 virus, and the two. Thoughts, 5 words or less?
Everyone has herpes, right, Hassan?
You're such a bitch. I'm never kissing again.
What's everyone sore about?
Good job.
Oh.
STD, stigmas transmit diseases. And it makes me sad. I feel like people feel so embarrassed to talk about it that then they don't tell their partner, they don't get help, and that's why there's this vast problem of herpes, is because people are so embarrassed to talk about it.
So how do you guys tell people that you have herpes? How do you tell them? How do you break the news?
You would just have to tell your partner that, listen, I have herpes.
But like, what do you guys say? Like, are you like, listen?
Okay, we get what you're trying to do, but
But like latches onto your. No, that's a joke.
Realistically,
I will just say, Sam, I was hoping that you would take the position that you would, because I completely agree with you that we need to kind of lose the stigma and add a little bit of transparency to STDs. And I think that, this story, when I saw that Hassan sent it to us, there is like a goofiness about like STDs.
Of course.
And I think that we should, start trying to kind of move past that, because I'm a comedian, I think everything's funny, but people are living with herpes.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't feel like vilified or ashamed just because of it, because stuff happens and it's whatever.
One thing led to another, and now I get sores on my lip once a month.
And especially if you're in a committed relationship, or if you're looking, or if you're trying to get into a relationship, you should feel comfortable to talk openly without being afraid of being judged or dumped just because of having herpes. But I also hate the name herpes.
no, but people,
I know.
people
Maybe
should
we
better one.
We need to rebrand it.
Rebrand herpes.
Yeah.
regardless of the stigma around it, I think people should definitely get tested all the time, 100%,
Yeah.
and then mention that they have herpes before they have sex. It's like out of the question that someone be like, oh, I feel like there's
Or
stigma around this,
oral,
or you're not gonna
or-
have sex with me, so I'm not gonna tell you I have herpes.
Yeah, and we've talked about this a lot on Dr. Drew, because he advocates for the fact that
He is.
communicate.
No one says this enough. Dr. Drew says it on Loveline all the time.
What?
He's like, just because people think that HSV-1 is oral herpes, yes, most of us get it on our mouths, but you get it on your genitals if you blow someone when you have herpes.
And so you have to talk about that. Absolutely. You have to disclose it. And at the end of the day, as Dr. Drew always says, and I'm just regurgitating what he says because I knew nothing about this and I was always scared to talk about it, right, with people, any STD, is the fact that now you can get on an antiviral medication. You can still have a loving, intimate relationship with your partner, not get the herpes virus if indeed you protect yourself. If you're on, you don't even need to have a condom. Of course, that's the best protection possible. But if you're on an antiviral medication and you don't have sex while you have an outbreak, your partner will be safe. So please, people. Safer. But I don't want people not wanting to disclose that information, because it's not fair to do that to the other person and not feel embarrassed or ashamed. I don't want people to feel embarrassed or ashamed, because doing the math, how many of our subscribers probably may have it, or us?
If you do the math, 5 out of 4 people on the station.
Okay, but here's what we need to do. We need to rebrand herpes. So I was just thinking now, hearing Sam talk, why don't we make our own pamphlets like herpes? It's whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
herpes.
Yeah.
It's also his piece.
Everyone has it.
Yeah, you get herpes, and we all get a herpes. Like, I don't know. Like, we'll work on it, okay? Maybe in the comment section below, give us your ideas on how we could start rebranding herpes.
I love it.
Just say I feel like I have a cold sore coming on, or I get frequent painful outbreaks
on your
south of the border.
Or in the beginning, maybe if you're not ready to disclose the information, you're just going to have to push off being intimate while you build that trust. And then when you finally accomplish that trust between the two of you, then you can disclose the information. But don't have sex or get intimate until you tell the other person.
The saving grace is they also probably have herpes.
There you go. Or they
everyone
know
has
someone
it.
that has herpes.
And HPV, get vaccinated.
All right, so please keep the conversation going. I think Grace had a great thought to rebrand it.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's get it
Happies.
sparked.
Yeah.
In the
happies.
Instead of herpes, the happies.
Well, I don't know if you necessarily feel happy about it. Let's not go overboard. But let's just be real. Okay, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.